Yoppo Croc. Hey. Baroque Agent Squat. Squat. Hey. My Nistan give me ammo. Skirt. Hey. Katakuri go Yambo. Bang. Yambo. Yoppo Croc. Oh. Never forget. 相手アタック1枚引く。あれこれそれ大切なのどれだいらないもの捨てちゃおう2000カウンターだけ嵐合わせなのかもしれないだろう旧ヤマト
Card Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Subscribe to Patreon every day. These deck breakdowns are meant to be used as a way to hit the ground running and see how a particular deck or game mechanic functions without having to spend the time learning it yourself. This is not meant to be a perfect be-all end-all list, but 80 to 90% of the cards in my deck breakdowns are core cards, with the remaining 10% being like tech cards that you'll need to put in your deck for your own local metagame or your own spice to make the list truly your own. But now that we got that out of the way. Alright, so we're doing our Purple Yellow Crocodile deck breakdown for EB01. We're going back to EB01 even though we switched to OP07 with some of the other deck breakdowns. Hope you don't mind the confusion here. So Purple Yellow Croc, it's an OP04 leader. He got some new support in EB01, makes him a little bit more better to play. So we'll just go over the leader. So Purple Yellow Crocodile is a dual color leader with 5000 power and 4 starting life. His leader ability reads, opponent's turn once per turn. When you return Dawn from your field to your Dawn deck through one of your own effects, add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. So this means like card effects and events that require you to minus Dawn to activate on your opponent's turn, which is like via a counter effect or something. They actually cost nothing because you'll get that Dawn back. You even get it back as active. This gives us access to a lot of powerful purple events, and it especially synergizes with the 8 cost Purple Crocodile from the same set. It's like the thematic boss monster for this deck. But anyway, we'll get right to the deck list. So here it is, we run. For EB01 Miss Wednesday, this is one of the new cards we get in EB01. It actually turbocharges our deck quite a bit. So Miss Wednesday is a 3 cost 4k blocker, and she also has a secondary effect. So on opponent's attack, once per turn, if you Dawn -1, and if your leader type includes the Baroque Works type, you can add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So in a vacuum on her own, what her secondary ability does is just refresh 1 Dawn for you, right? Even if you have 0 Dawn active when your opponent attacks, you return a Dawn and you get it back as active. But what makes her synergize with the OP04 Purple Yellow Crocodile is that Crocodile also gives you 1 Dawn back as active when you minus a Dawn. So actually when you use Miss Wednesday's effect when your opponent attacks you, you get 2 active Dawn back and you're +1 more than you were before. Essentially meaning that you ramped whenever your opponent attacks you once per turn. And yet if you need it, you do get access to the active Dawn to use for your events too, to save your ass. And she's a blocker too, so it's an incredibly defensive card for your deck. For EB01, Mr. 2, Bond Clay, Bentham. Another EB01 card added to the deck. Pretty much almost all purple decks run this card now. So he's a 4 cost 1k power character. On play, you can add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. And then when attacking, you can pick one of your opponent's characters. This character has the same base power as that chosen character for this turn. So yeah, Mr. 2, you play him for 4, you ramp 1, you get 1 extra Dawn to use for the turn because it's active Dawn. He's great on turns that you think your opponent are going to play a big character out because it lets you copy that character's power when swinging. And that also means that if he's swinging into a big character, it just costs 2 Dawn attached to him to swing 2k over it, making it hard for them to defend. But do note that on your opponent's turn, he goes back to being a 1k power character, so he's pretty easy to remove. But yeah, Mr. 2 is a Baroque Works card, so you can search him. And just having a consistent ramp option in the mid game helps this deck get to its late game pretty easily. For OP04, Crocodile. This was the boss monster I was talking about earlier, 8 cost Crocodile, 9k power. On play, Dawn -2, if your leader type includes Baroque Works, place up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. And then when your opponent attacks once per turn, if you Dawn -1, you can draw 1 card and trash 1 card from your hand. So yeah, his on play lets you heal 1 life essentially. You want to wait until you're at 10 Dawn most of the time to use this effect, because minusing 2 Dawn just sets you back 1 turn of Dawn. So if you're at 10, going down to 8, you go back to 10 next turn anyway. If you play him at 8, you're stuck at 8. And then his secondary effect is useful for our deck too. It's a free outlet to use your leader ability with, right? Because it's Dawn -1. You can essentially think of it as just make 1 Dawn active for you for the turn. And you also get to cycle a card. That comes in handy with the way that we structured our deck too. We do run a lot of bricks, so playing this 8-cost Crocodile does help get rid of the bricks and filter into defensive events and counter. 4 OP04 Miss Valentine, Mikita. 2-cost, 2k power. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 card with the Baroque Works type and add it to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of your deck in any order. So yeah, just a 2-cost Baroque Works searcher. And since she's a 2-cost, that means that they must have a trigger. So what her trigger is Dawn -1. You can just play the card for free. And with our leader ability, that Dawn -1 means that we get an active Dawn back. So it's a lot better of a trigger than you think, right? You can play the card for free and you also get 1 active Dawn back. And then triggering Miss Valentine is also useful for using cards like Okama Way. When you don't have another body on board, it does save you if you have these 2 cards in combination with each other. 4 OP04 Mr. 13 and Miss Friday, 3-cost 1k power, 2k counter though. And that's basically what I use this card for. It's just a 2k counter that we can search with Miss Valentine. But in really niche cases, when you don't find Miss Wednesday or Mr. 2 and you feel like you need the ramp, you have access to this card. For 3, you can just play this card out, activate main, trash a character from your hand that has Baroque Works in its type, and you can ramp 1 active Dawn. But to be honest, I never ever use this effect. 4 OP05 Miss Doublefinger, 4-cost 4k, but also just a 2k counter to be honest. But same with Mr. 13 and Miss Friday. If you play this card on play, you may trash 1 card from your hand, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. So it's not restricted to Baroque Works, but the Dawn comes out rested, and then Miss Doublefinger herself can be an attacker for 1 Dawn the next turn. But Miss Doublefinger also has a trigger. So trigger Dawn -1, you can play this card. Essentially a free 4k body with our deck because we get that Dawn back because of our leader ability. Mr. 13 has a trigger too that lets you play him, but yeah, again, I usually keep him in hand as a 2k counter. 4 OP03 Yellow Katakuri. This is 8-cost Katakuri because he's 8 cost and 8k power. On play, you can put 1 character with the cost of 8 or less on the top or bottom of its owner's life area face up. So you can think of him as removal and heal. If you target your opponent's card, it gets rid of it on the field. If you target your own character, it lets you heal that card back on top of your life. We do run a lot of useful triggers, so it's not too bad of an idea to heal yourself sometimes with this card. But there is a learning curve to decide whether you should heal yourself or target your opponent with this. 4 OP04 Capone Bedge. 3-cost, 3k power, but 2k counter, that's what we use him for, and his powerful trigger that lets you just outright stop an opponent's leader or character from attacking. We don't really have a way to guarantee this card in our life, because we don't really rearrange the order of our life, but when it comes out, it's useful. So we run it. 4 OP04 Yamato, 9-cost 9k. On play, you can K up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the total of you and your opponent's life added together. Then if you have 1 or less life, you may add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. So yeah, Yamato is useful in that they can KO an opponent's character if the life quota is met, and if you're at 1 life, you heal. You'll be at 1 life quite a bit, so it's not too hard to reach this. And then also, Yamato is a 9k attacker afterwards, so really useful as a sticky body on board. 4 OP06 Kikunojo, a 4-cost 6k but with no counter. On KO, if your opponent's life is at 3 or less, you can place the top card of your deck to the top of your life area. And then trigger, if your opponent's life is at 3 or less, you can play this card for free. So yeah, Kikunojo is just a pretty sticky mid-game card, because if you do attack and kill her, and your opponent's life is at 3, you heal, so that kind of disincentivizes your opponent from getting rid of them. And what makes Kikunojo especially potent in our deck is that we can actually force them to attack into her. How do we do that? Well, 4 EB01 Okama Way. So another new card from EB01, it's an event, 1-cost event. Its effect reads, counter, Dawn -1, if your leader has the Baroque Works type, choose 1 of your characters, it becomes the target of the attack. So yeah, for 1 Dawn, you can redirect any of your opponent's attack into another character you have on board. This means you can force your opponent to attack Kikunojo to heal you. It also means you can force him to attack 1 of your searchers that you played early on. This is a incredibly powerful defensive tool, as you can pretty much basically nullify 1 whole attack for 1 Dawn. And then since you do have the -1 Dawn to activate, you get it back for free. You get it back as active from your leader, so it's like you didn't pay anything at all. You just needed 1 Dawn in the first place to be active. And the trigger is nice too. Trigger, Dawn -1, draw 2 cards, so yeah, just a great utility card for this kind of deck all around. 2 starter deck 4 Blast Breath, 1 cost, counter Dawn -1, your leader or 1 of your characters gains plus 4000 power during this battle. So again, since it Dawn -1 and only costs 1, you get that Dawn back for free, and it lets you counter for 4k for 1 Dawn. It's really strong. It's what makes Radical Beam strong, so we get access to this for free, basically, in a Crocodile deck. 2 OP06 Reject. So this card isn't banned yet. It's legal up until the end of this meta, so might as well get use out of it while we still can. So Reject is 4 cost, and you can choose one of the following effects. So you can KO up to one of your opponent's 5 cost or lower characters, making this card already Dawn efficient, right? 4 Dawn to kill a 5 cost. And then the reason this card is getting banned is because of the second effect. So if your opponent has 1 life, deal 1 damage to them, then add the top card of your life to your hand. So basically, it's 4 Dawn for like an unblockable, uncounterable attack, leaving you with 6 Dawn to figure out lethal for the rest of the turn. But you guys probably know about this card already. There's tons of videos about it. People have been talking about it because it's going to get banned. So I won't go into details, the intricacies of this card. But yeah, it also has a trigger. It lets you draw a card, so it cycles itself. 2 starter deck 9 Narikabura Arrow. That's a 1 cost event. On counter, if you have 2 or less life cards in your life area, give it to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 3000 power during this turn. Essentially just 1 Dawn, counter for 3, but the distinction is that minus 3k power persists the whole turn. So if it's a character or leader that can attack twice, meaning they can like restand and attack again, this does stick onto them. So a little better than plus 3k counter, actually. And then the trigger is also useful. It's like a Amaru trigger. Or actually Amaru is like a Narikabura Arrow trigger because this card came out first. But yeah, trigger, you may trash 2 cards from your hand. You may place up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life area. This can save your ass sometimes. And we run it just because it's 1 cost. It's a strong 1 cost event. And we do get access to 1 Dawn quite often thanks to our leader ability. For starting hands, we want EB01 Miss Wednesday, EB01 Mr. 2, OP04 Crocodile, OP04 Miss Valentine. So Miss Valentine's a 2 cost searcher. It's a great card to play when you're going second on your first turn. It helps you find all the good cards in our deck, so we want to have her in our opening hand as often as possible. Miss Wednesday is our perfect turn 2 play, whether we're going first or second. It lets you ramp, and if you can keep her alive for another turn, it lets you ramp every turn after that when your opponent decides to attack. Mr. 2 is also great in the mid game, ramps you 1 Dawn, and then it kind of maybe threatens your opponent not to play too many big characters early on, or else Mr. 2 gets a lot of value out of that. But yeah, just getting the ramp off is often more than enough with this card. And the 8 cost Crocodile is actually a late game card. You won't play this card for a while, but a lot of the synergies in our deck do require his effect, so having him guaranteed in your opening hand is a sigh of relief, and he heals you too when he comes out. So I like having Crocodile guaranteed personally, just with how many bricks we run in the deck. Here are some cards to consider. OP03 Gum Gum Jet Gatling. So yeah, we do run quite a lot of bricks in the deck. It's over 16, or it could be exactly 16. Editor, count it in post. So yeah, it's a 0 Dawn event that lets you discard a card and then counter for 3. It turns any non-counter card in your deck into a 3k counter. My version of this deck does depend pretty heavily on 8 cost Crocodile coming out and staying on board, allowing you to like filter out your hand, get rid of your non-counter cards to find your defensive events and counters. But yeah, if you find that you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket and you do need some consistency and counter power, Gum Gum Jet Gatling can give that to you. And it's even not that bad to get it via trigger too. It lets you ramp it on. The strengths of the deck are comeback power. So just being able to stall the game, like healing for every turn, depending on triggers and then like cycling your hand. You do discover like surprising wins that you wouldn't normally have expected to get. This deck is great at grinding out your opponent. You just survive until your opponent runs out of resources and then you overwhelm them. The weaknesses of the deck are bricks. Yeah, as I mentioned, we do run a lot of non-counter cards. And usually that isn't too much of an issue once we can get our 8 cost Crocodile out to cycle our hand to get cards that we actually want. But we don't get 8 cost Crocodile in every game. Even though we do run a Baroque Work Searcher, it's still a card that we sometimes see a little less often than we'd like. But again, this could be like teched around if you want to make some changes to the deck list. Early aggro. So like the core functionality of our deck is just to stall until late game, where we like build a lot of advantage. That means that our window of weakness is actually in like the early game. If your opponent can overwhelm you with too much damage, it makes getting to our late game really hard. So we're actually pretty good into mid-range decks, but not as good into aggro decks. So that is my purple yellow Crocodile deck for EB01, Lakers Crocodile. It did get a lot of support that helped the deck be more playable for sure. This might be the only time that this deck will be viable. I think once OP07 comes out, Enel kind of takes over the yellow mantle and purple kind of just fades into obscurity. So if you want to enjoy Crocodile, now is the best time. I'd say Purple Yellow Crocodile and Red Purple Law are the two biggest winners from EB01. So yeah, hope you have fun with the deck, make it your own, show me what spicy tech you guys have, and hope you can enjoy my version of the deck and my gameplay with it right now. We have Lakers Croc versus Sabo, Red Yellow Sabo. We go second, I believe. Oh wait, Miss Wednesday's the 3 cost, so we should have went first, but we'll keep this. We'll make it work somehow. Okay, they play Nami. We'll pass. How does this Nami help? I guess it always gives them access to their leader ability. Okay, another Nami and a third Nami. Okay. And then swing at me for 8. Sure, we'll take that. Okay, we'll do Dawn Leader, swing 6 at them. They take, we'll play Miss Wednesday after their trigger resolves. Satori trigger. Okay, they're gonna put that back on top. We'll play Wednesday and pass. On opponent's attack once per turn, I can minus a Dawn and then ramp. Okay, they play Nekomam. Ooh, she. Rest it down on Satori. Rest it down on Satori. Attack me for 7. Leader for 7 as well. We'll just get the ramp in. Oh, they're deciding whether to attack me or not. So we will ramp. Then 7k. Yeah, I'll take. Reject. Let's keep it. Leader 7 and they put Satori back on top. Yeah. Okay, so I'm at 5. I think I want to be able to do it one more time if possible. So I think we can afford to take this one. Oops, no counter. This is gonna be scary. Okay, so 4 Dawn for Kiku for sure, 1 Dawn up for Okamaway. That means leader attacks for 7 and then they'll trigger Satori back out. Actually, I could have used 2 more Dawn, because Wednesday my leader ability will give me 2 active Dawn, but yeah, I just have Okamaway. We'll just play out Kiku and pass. So we'll make them attack into Kiku, and then they'll heal. So that'll stop an attack and then heal me for an attack. Okay, they do 7k at Wednesday. I was gonna block anyway, so this works fine for me. Now we're gonna be at 10 next turn, which is good for me. Okay, here's 7 from Satori. We'll Okamaway. You attack Kiku. Then I heal. And then I'll be at 9 next turn, so I can go down to 1. Attack me for 8. We'll take. No trigger. And then they don't have any rested down, so I don't have to worry about the Namis. Okay, they heal with Satori again. Oh, this Neko could have attacked me for a bigger number if he did it in a different order. So we just killed the cat. Okay, we'll let them trigger. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, it's still 4. Even if I triggered the Satori. They'll have to discard a card to do it though. They're down to 2 cards in hand, so maybe, I don't know if they can afford it. Okay, they take it. Do they keep it in hand? They do. Okay, they're scared. We'll play Yama, kill Neko, and heal and pass. Yeah, the thing is, we barely have any counter in hand actually. Just 3k. So we need to get this Croc out to start filtering our hand. I just need to get rid of his ways to like heal. So, well, he can still play something to heal, but I just want it something that can't attack me first. Right, and they can't put Nami. Oh, they have Rush Luffy though. Okay, I might go down to 0 actually. So 8 from Luffy. They can make their leader 6, and then still play a 4 cost. This is all the rested Dawn utilized. Okay, 9k from Luffy. We'll take that. Double finger trigger. No, we'll keep it in hand. Leader 9. I might have to counter that. Okay, they heal first to buff Nami. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have to counter this, so we will. I don't know, do we have to counter it? Yeah, we need to filter our hand, so 8 Croc turn. Even though I'd like to get rid of a Nami. Swing 6 into him. Get him to use a Satori maybe, and not just a 1k counter. But he might just take it. And then we'll swing with Yamato and finally get him to take his second life. Okay, they take the 6, Yamato 9, they'll take this for sure. Yep, and then no trigger, pass. Oh, Neko Mamushi trigger, I can still play Yamato then. Oh, but he's at 3 life. Okay, maybe I screwed up there. Yeah, I think I screwed up there. We'll play Croc. I shouldn't have attacked at all, actually. We'll pass. Yeah, I didn't account for yellow, but I forgot he's half yellow. And trigger body. Okay, Ace comes out. Probably Luffy too. And they still have 3 Rested Dawn they can utilize. Oh, they're not going for it. Okay, Neko 7. That means Luffy can come out as well. Oh, but then they need Dawn for leader 7. Okay. We'll just cycle for now. Get rid of Kikunojo. Okay, 7 we can counter. So we will. Let's see, 6 on leader and then 5 for Luffy. Potentially? Nah. It's better to make the ace a bigger number. Right, if he makes a leader and ace 9k, then I can't Okama away as easily. Okay, so there is 9 on ace. It could be at Yamato. At me. We'll take Okama away trigger. So if I do this, I'll be at 7 going to 9. Sure, yeah. We'll draw 2 cards. Okay, we got blocker and counter, which is good. Oh, just 6 at us, we'll counter 2. Yeah, it's 4 life total, so I can't Yamato, the ace, or Luffy. Luffy for 6. Don't have the counter, I might have to Okama away this. That means I'm at 8 next turn. Okay, 9k. 9k means... 9k means I die. Okay, so I kill the Luffy, I play a blocker, and that's my turn, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. KO Luffy. Play blocker, pass. As long as he doesn't have a second Luffy, I might be safe. Okay, Onami is scary. So Ace can banish. Banish for 9, we'll activate Croc first. Kikunojo, don't need. So bye. Then we'll get a Dawn and then we'll block. I guess he could split with the Namis too. Yeah, if he uses leader ability, one of the Namis will be at 3k. So 7, 9. He's doing the 9 first. Take the 9. Blast Breath. I think that might save us actually. Goes with Ace, buffs Nami. Oh, he buffs the one that can't attack. What the heck? Yeah, they just play that Onami this turn. So at this point, I just stall him out, right? And then once I have a big enough board, I go for the game, go for the win. So maybe he messed up there. They play Ace. Oh, never mind. They had a way to bring him back out and use Rested Dawn as well. Oh, he didn't attack with it. Right. So I can Yamato to kill... What should I kill? Onami? Or one of these Namis? I'll play Yamato for sure. But what do we kill? I don't want him to use the Rested Dawn for anything. Let's kill Onami. We just pass. Right, I need my Croc to find me something nice. Okay, they play Kiku, they have Rested Dawn to use now. Ace 10, utilize 8 Croc. Get another 8 Croc, it's not what I needed right now. I think we're dead then. We'll take. Miss Valentine trigger, sure. Ooh, Okama away, that might save me. So we'll take that. Okay, so leader attacks for 11. We'll Okama away. How about you attack my Miss Valentine instead? And I live for another turn. We'll Yamato the Kikunojo. The heal. We'll just pass. Until I can like stabilize. I don't want to give him any rush threats for now. Okay, Onami. We're gonna banish our last life. 9k. 9k I can stop. Let's see. We know their life has 1k counter so far. Maybe we might even have enough to attack for lethal with everybody. 9k, let's just cycle for now. Let's get rid of an 8 cat. I think if I don't take damage this turn, I can stabilize, so we'll do that. 9, 10. Oh, they attack with one of the Onamis. For 7. I actually cannot stop that, unfortunately. Reject. Okay, I think I go for game then with the reject. I feel confident with reject. Alright. So all 4 of these have to land. And then my leader can attack for 11. Or I can do 7 from leader, right? They'll take. I do have to worry about like bench triggers, but maybe we don't have to worry about it. So they took that one. Croc for 8. They took. Yama 9. They took. Echo trigger. Yama 9. They took. Reject trigger. And then Yama for 13, unless they get a bedge or a blocker. What could it be? If it's a Sanji, I'm screwed, right? Oh, no trigger? Okay, how about 13 from Yamato? We got it. He left. You just had to stall until we had lethal, I guess. Bye. We have Lakers Croc versus Katakuri. No, wait, cut that part out. We'll keep this. Wednesday will help us ramp. They chose to go first? What the heck? Okay, we'll play Miss Valentine. No 8 Crocs, so we'll take a 2k? No, we have a lot of 2ks. We'll take an Okama away. Pass. Swing at us for 5. We're not gonna hit them, make them hit 3 life anytime soon, so we'll just take. I do like Mr. 2. But Miss Wednesday is reusable. Wheel Wednesday, yeah. And then leader swing for 5. We'll keep Okama away as an option. They counter, right? Because they don't know what's on their life. They're gonna. Yep, yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. They'll leader ability and then they'll start taking life. So I can Okama away 7k into Miss Valentine. Should I do that? I think I shouldn't get too low. I do have to worry about reject. It's not banned yet in the West. Okay, 10 mom. So they have 10 mom guaranteed. It's gonna be a late game battle, I think. Ooh, 5 from Pudding. We'll activate Wednesday, and then we'll take 5 from Perospero. We'll counter 2. 7 from lead. So if I do Okama away, I'll be at 6 next turn. But if I don't, I'll be at 7. I can Mr. 2 and then go to 10. Yeah, we'll just block then. Sounds good to me. Ooh, another Mr. 2. They're gonna play something big next turn anyway, right? At 7. 7 mom. So Mr. 2 can copy that. We can play 2 of them actually. We'll do 2 into Pudding. Okay, that dies 5 into Perospero. I think they let him die. No, they counter. Okay, Mr. 2 into Mr. 2, and we'll pass. We can afford 1 Okama away and still hit 10 next turn. And this also means they can't drop a 7 mom unless they want me to attack for. Okay, never mind. Scratch what I said. We'll give him a life. Okay, 5 at me. We'll counter 2. Oh, they pass without attacking with Perospero. Okay. So we'll do Mr. 2, attack for 8. They take. Oh, they get a badge trigger. I guess that's okay. Leader 6. Maybe they take, yep. Satori trigger will play. Should I put their Lin in life or should I heal? I think I should heal. We'll put this Valentine on top. And we'll pass. They're at 9, right? Yep. Okay, they rejected our Mr. 2 that hasn't attacked yet. They can swing pudding at the other one. That gets rid of both. How do I do a 10 mom? I don't think I have an answer. Unless I just swing over it with the Mr. 2. Okay, they kill our other Mr. 2. Right, how do I deal with 10 mom? I guess if they have no cards in hand, I can just swing math-wise to kill it. Mathically. Okay, 6k Pero. We'll counter that for 2. And 6k from Satori, and then 7-9. I'll take the 6. Trigger Miss Valentine. What do we got? Croc will probably save us. Probably not, but... Ooh, 8 leader. Okay, so we'll take that one. Another 8 Croc, it's not what I wanted. And then does Lin attacks too? Or do they fake me out and not attack with it? They faked me out. I've been faked. Okay, Valentine at pudding. Croc 5 at Satori. Okay, they 10 mom, I go to 0. And then 5, 5, 8. So if I Katakuri their Lin, I can defend these two? No, I don't have enough counter actually. So I have to kill the Pero with Katakuri. Yes. Okay, I'm on. Then I can put the 8 mom? 7 mom? Yeah. Put her on the bottom. And then I need this counter. So we'll pass. I almost played her out. Oh, I guess she replaces herself, right? Yeah, maybe I should have just played her out. But there's a chance I could whiff. There's a 10 mom. Swing at us for 5. Counter 1. Alright. How to deal with this? Okay, so we'll do leader 6. They counter 2. Should I even attack? I think I have to, right? Risk the triggers. Okay, there's an 8. No trigger. Okay, other Katakuri 8. They took no trigger, please. Okay, we'll play Croc, heal, pass. Yeah, you always have to play at such a deficit with this deck. It gets kind of like butt clenchy. Okay, 11, 12. This is 12. 12 from Katakuri. Use 8 Croc's ability. Ooh, another Okama way. Let's get rid of reject. Or maybe I should have got rid of Okama way, because maybe we can reject the win out. Alright, so we will Okama way. You attack into Miss Valentine. Okay, they play Brulee. Swing 13. Do I want to take this? I'll go down to 6, which means I'm at 8 next turn. I can kill Brulee. Yeah, I think we'll take this one. Mr. 3, keep him in hand. But 13? Yeah, 13, sorry. Okay, they pass. So for sure we Yamato to kill Brulee. Heal. 5 leader. They counter 1. I die to a character trigger. So I think I just pass. I can only Okama away 1 time. Yeah, otherwise I would swing with all these guys because I'm gonna Okama away into one of them anyway, so they're gonna die. But I think it's too risky. Right, a Kikunojo trigger would finish me off. Yeah, because again, I can only divert one attack. Maybe I should have kept the reject then, right? Because next turn, if I live this turn, next turn I could just go for game. That was my bad. Yeah, I didn't need the second 8 croc, I don't think. Okay, they play Perospero. Yeah, if they had gone white last turn, I think I'd be dead right now, but they didn't. Right, they attack us for 11, we'll ability. Oh, we get the reject. Okay, we can go for game now. Let's get rid of Katakuri. And then we just take this one. Already covered the arrow too. Okay, maybe we don't. Need to use our Okama way. We'll have more bodies up. So Narikabura arrow is kind of like a Amaru trigger. It's exactly the same thing. So that saved our ass. And we top deck the reject. That saved our ass too. Well, technically I've been cycling to get it, so it's not as pulley. I mean, he's a full yellow deck, so he has more triggers than I do. So I get to enjoy some, right? Ooh, Onami 12. That's fine. We don't need this last card. It was an Okama way. All right. Each of these have to land, or 3 of these have to land. So we do 7 on leader. So I don't die to Onami triggers. I may die to a Bedge trigger, or like a blocker. Okay, they counter for 3. Croc 8. That kills. Actually, no. Could I just kill Lin and then kill Perospero? No, they still have 2 bodies. Do 8 Katakuri. It took. No Bedge, no Bedge. Okay. 9 Katakuri. No Bedge. No nothing. No Amaru, please. Oh, looks like we win then, I think. So we will reject. And then we know that card is no trigger. And we'll do 12k on Yamato for the win. For the win. I can't keep getting away with it, guys. We'll rematch. Oh, he left. I think I hate this deck. We have purple yellow croc versus red purple Trafalgar Law. They are deciding who goes, I think. Yes, waiting on opponent to choose turn order. They finally picked to go first. I think this is a bad hand. We'll mulligan. Okay. Oh, I think this is better than, right? We'll pass. But yeah, both hands didn't have late game. Shiraya, 5 at us. We counter. Okay, and then we'll attack for 6. They take. Right, Law always takes. Yep. Okay, now we can maybe get Kikunojo triggers. We'll play it Miss Wednesday and pass. He's gonna bottom deck before we can ramp with her. That's okay, it's gonna take 1 power down card out of their hand. You attack for 5? Okay, never mind. We'll get the ramp. We'll take 1. Bedge. Nah, I don't think they're gonna attack with Shiraya. But since I said that they're gonna do it, or they can play 5 kid. Do the 5 kid. All the cool kids are doing it. Oh yeah, he's a cool kid. And he bottom decks nothing and just cheats out. Oh, he might attack with Shiraya for 6 then. If he attacks for 6, it's like I bedged him in the end. And he'll be rested too. That's better actually. Oh, he didn't do it. Okay. So we kill Kid for sure with the reject. 3 Dawn. What do I do with 3 Dawn? Attack with our leader for 5. I guess we'll play 2 Miss Wednesdays. That'll ramp us up to 9. So I can afford to Okama away too. Oh, but if I have blockers out, why do I need Okama away? It's the same thing. Okay, they countered the 5. We'll play another Miss Wednesday and pass. But yeah, they still need to play a power down card to reach our Miss Wednesdays. And they countered with the Otama, so that's not coming. Okay, so they let us activate both. Oh wait, this one just makes one active, right? Because my leader bullet only works once. We'll do it for fun. 6k will counter 2. Another 5 kid coming out. Looks like it. Oh nope, never mind. Leader 7, I guess we're fine with blocking. Yeah, we're still hitting 10 next turn. Raise max, okay, they can bottom deck, miss Wednesday, and then swing 7k with something that they cheat out. If it's like a rush card, or with Shiraya. Okay, Zoro. Zoro for 7. We'll take that one. Another miss Wednesday. Okay, I have 2 Dawn to spare, so we'll do 7 at Ain or Zoro, and then they'll block counter 1. Because Shiraya is a goat. He's the best. Okay, we'll play out 8 Croc. Heal and pass. Well, we got his hand down to 3, so let's hope he doesn't have a Reiju. Okay, 5 Kid, not as bad. They just cheat something out. Kid and Killer. Ooh, discard Law, but my hand is too small. Alright. Alright, I just have to survive. 5. We'll use leader ability, we'll discard. I think I want to keep Kikunojo, so we'll get rid of the blocker. 5, we'll counter 2. We have to take one of these, so maybe I'll just take the next one. Probably should have just taken that one. TBH. Or maybe they don't swing at all with the characters. Oh, he does. Okay. Take this one. Narikabura arrow, we'll keep that. It's gonna be useful. 6 from Ain. We'll counter that one. Alright, we'll do 8 at Zoro. Or 9 at Zoro. He's 8 cost, but 9k power. Okay, that kills him. So I want to play Kikunojo so I can Okama away. So that's 4. I don't want to do the math in my head, so I'm just doing it out here in the open. Oh, he only has 1 card in hand. Yeah, so we just do 7 and get him to block counter or something. Oh, I should have done 8 because he could block with Kid and counter for 2. Oh, and yeah, same thing as Shiraya. Shiraya can block counter. Okay, they block with Law. Do I need to play Mr. 13 out just as a body? No, you can just bottom deck it. So we're good here. Okay, Ain is 7, 8. Full cycle. Let's get rid of Croc actually. Take this one. This Valentine. Sure. Let's take a Croc back after discarding. He has 2 down left. Oh, Gordon. Oh, dang, I should have just Okama Wade then and there. Now they can bottom deck it before I can heal. Yeah, Mabi. I should have just done it right off the bat. I didn't need to wait till later. Oh, they didn't have anything to play out? Okay, leader 6. We can counter that for 2. And then Kid 7. Oh, no, Kid doesn't attack at all. We'll do 5 at Ain. Okay, Ain dies. We'll do Croc 9 at their leader. They take. We'll play Yamato and kill Shiraya and then just pass. So I have access to both Narikabura and Okama. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for him to claw back. Reiju, that does help him. It's just that last turn having nothing to play from hand. I think it really hurt him. It set him back too much Dawn. Yeah, he'll never be able to threaten my Croc. Unless he gets like 2 Gordons or something. Okay, they're bottom decking our Miss Valentine. Shachi Penguin out. I'm back up to 5. They really want to keep this kid around too. They haven't been swinging with them. Okay, there's 1 raise max. He has the second one, or he's gonna swing 6k into Croc. Utama makes him a 4k. Right, there is 5k at him. Guess we can Narikabura that. Force him to attack with the kid. This is your one chance to get rid of him. Come on. You know you wanna. Look at his face. He's like willing to attack. Do it. I can tell how conflicted he's feeling right now. Yeah, I'll just cut out until... Oh, he attacks when I start complaining about it. Okay, 6k at him. We'll Okama away here. You attack Yamato and fail. That's all his attacks for the turn. And he concedes. Rage quits, actually. Yeah, I think even before EB01, I remember having a hard time against Purple Yellow Croc with Red Purple Law. So yeah, it seems to be even worse now with the EB01 tools we get. Okay, bye. We have Purple Yellow Croc versus Black Yellow Luffy. These are the two new hotness decks in EB01. Oh, and Red Purple Law too, I guess. Let's mulligan? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we'll pass. I think this hand sucks. They play Gorp. Well, I guess, yeah, if I keep putting things on their life and I hit them, it makes it go to the bottom of their deck. But then they could play like the 2-cost brothers to cheat him back out. I don't know. We'll smack him for 8 though. He'll take. Yep, we'll pass. I think we might lose this one just from our starting hand, so let's hope we can get a rematch. They attack us for 5. I think we have to take. Yeah, I messed with my microphone settings and I think it's like messed up now. 6k at us, we'll take that as well. Ooh, Kikunojo trigger. Yeah, I can see on like my settings on the side, it's picking up when I gulp water. And I think that's a really gross sound, so sorry if that's what you can hear. I don't mean to be gross with it. Okay, we have nothing to play, so we'll do 5 at Garp. I guess I have to watch out for the gulping sounds in my videos now when I edit. Then Kikunojo 7. They take, we'll pass. Unless you guys want the gulping sounds kept in for some odd reason. Maybe I'll put that behind Patreon. Gulp access in my Patreon. Okay, they attack us for 11. Oh, Kikunojo for 11. Sure. Okay, we still can't play anything. I guess we could play Miss Wednesday. I think if I hit him, he'll play for like Flampe or something. Are we fine with them activating his leader ability already? Maybe, right? Because we can start just killing him. Or like healing him. I don't know. We're new at this. We'll just swing for 7. This is my first time playing this matchup. They took. Okay, do your thing. Play your Flampy. Flampe? Flamp? Oh, what does this guy do? Okay, this does what Flampe does, but he doesn't get to draw a card. Or take the card to hand. So this is like the worst option. Worst option. It's worse than Hiyori. But it is a blocker afterwards. So that's 2 down leader, 3 down leftover for whatever. What does he bring back? Popping Sabo. Oh, it lets you put a life back? Okay, never mind. I only read the bold part. Okay, so they put ace on top, they get rid of it, they have 2 down for leader. That's nice. It is a nice combo that you have womboed. Okay, 8k, we will ramp. Then I want to take an 8. Sure. Veg. We'll veg the leader. 2 down, and then they heal. What did they heal with? That gives me 4 total. My Yamato can kill the blocker. Luffy ace. Yeah, I would have liked to kill the ace instead, but beggars cannot be choosers, I guess. If we put ace on top, he probably has a way to cheat it out with the small ace, right? Yeah, so we'll Yamato here and just kill Ivankov. And pass. I forgot I'm at 2 life, so I didn't heal. So maybe it was better to put Katakuri to put their Ivankov on top, because that would have messed up their what they're going to plan to do this turn. Yeah, that was the play. I messed up. I should have played Katakuri instead. Put Ivankov on top of their life. So they need to put Dawn to play something to pop the Ivankov away. Okay, 7 at me will Just ramp, get it active Dawn back. We'll take it. Another ace. Well, Narikabura. This ace. Do they bring out the Luffy too? They need a blocker, because like my Yamato can swing over 9k on their leader. Okay, they probably have a blocker then, right? Oh, but if it's 5 Dawn, yeah, they can't play a blocker and they can't play Sabo and use their leader ability. Oh yes, they can. They can do it this way if they have the 2-cost Sabo. Ay ay ay. So they're gonna pop my Miss Wednesday? No, they're not, because that'll leave them with 0 life. Which might be okay. They're at 9 life, so. Okay, they play Ivankov out instead. Gets rid of their Sabo, put something else on top. They attack for 12, we will block. I can just kill the aces, right? So we'll kill 9k at ace. I guess they have a blocker still. Yeah, they'll just block. Oops. I should have used Katakuri to put Ivankov on top. That's twice I messed up with Katakuri into Ivankov, but they let it die, so I'm not punished for it. Nice. Okay, so if I heal them, do I die from 3 bodies? Blast Breath will come away. I think I'm fine. So we'll play Katakuri, put Ivankov on top. Oh, no, they could always pop it with Luffy. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just pass. Yep, they Luffy to pop the Ivankov. And they know what's on top. It's probably something they can use. Would it have been better to put it on the bottom then? No, it wouldn't matter. It would just change the order of what he does this turn. But he'd still be able to do the same thing, I think. Okay, so it's a Sabo that he knows is on top. Yep. 2 Sabos out. This one might be too far gone for us. We'll rematch where I have a good hand in the beginning. I don't know, maybe he doesn't have a way to get the second Sabo out. No, Kikomoria, he does. He can play... Oh, he doesn't have Dawn for leader ability though. He can bring back this Ivankov and then 2-cost Sabo. Who would it replace though? Okay, they replaced the ace to have 2 Sabos out. This Ivankov does kind of counter my Katakuri, because if I put like Gekkomori on top, they can just put it back to hand. Oh no, it trashes it. Never mind. Okay, 9k at us. And then this guy's at 8k. So this one I have to Okama away. Can I counter out of hand? No. I'm a little short. So we Okama away into Yamato, and then I'll counter 1. 8k from Luffy, we can Blast Breath. We survived. Huh. My brain. Okay, we're out of defenses now. So Katakuri Gecko on top. We do 10 at Luffy. Oh, he died. Then we'll bluff that we have an event, but we don't. But yeah, he can just kill us with the Sabos. So it's all mind games from here. Oh, he didn't fall for it. We'll counter this one for 3. Maybe that'll get him to like not go for lethal. Because we left the Dawn up. Mind games. But honestly, they could do like 1 Dawn for Sabo, 3 Dawn for Ivankov, and then like that should be enough. Makino gets the Gecko out. He still has Dawn for another Gecko, but not the Dawn to heal. Okay. So he's just gonna play aces. Oh, but he doesn't have Dawn for leader ability, so what does he do here? Actually. Ivankov? This one Ivankov. Okay, this small Sabo. An ace? What does this do though? He doesn't have leader ability active. Right, you don't have Dawn for your leader. Okay, 5 of us actually, if I had any counter, he wouldn't win here, but we get 2k in the end, so we do survive. X with Sabo, we counter 2. Did he throw? I think he threw. We'll reject and kill. Oh, he rage quit it. He messed up, not me. Right? I would have liked a rematch. I don't know. That didn't feel right. I won off of his mistake. But that happens in tournaments too. We're winners. Okay, bye.
Card D Kaizoku.